This welcome flow made a furniture brand 7,000 in 2 weeks, and they weren't even running new paid ads. I'm going to break down every single email, the copy, the timing, the exact strategy, and at the end of this video I'm going to give you the exact template for free so you can copy it for yourself. Right, I'm here inside Klaviyo, inside Figma, and I'm pretty much just going to go over the design structure, the offer, style, and the formatting, along with the time delays, and at the end I'm going to show the results. But pretty much you can see it's not too long. Some people go for an 8 email sequence when it comes to a welcome flow. Some people go for 2 or 3, but 5 is a sweet spot from what I found. Usually what most people expect is a big CTA like this at the start, like just this straight away with the headlines, and that does work for different brands. But for this brand in particular, it's buried because it's trying to go for the identity of the brand first. Instead of just giving the 10% bonus out and it feeling like a bribe, this is going to show them a bit more personality, and it goes straight into the copy instead of them just clicking straight through. So bottom, the categories are just like same old. There's different categories you can go to, but also why exactly this brand, here are some bullets basically going into the exact copy, how it works, and what's making it different from just any other furniture brand they could go to. As you can see, you've got the code welcome to end, but you've got to actually scroll down in order to do that, and by doing so read some of this. So the delay between each email is 1 day, right? And the reason that we do this is because if you do 2 days, 3 days, by the time you get to the 5th email, that could be 10 or 14 days, nearly 2 weeks, where someone's going through one flow. And the churn on that, the likelihood that they're actually not going to go on to buy, only goes up. That's why you keep it on 1 day. Once again, email 2, all about the personality of the brand, the identity, just pretty much goes into their story, how they started it, why they started it, what was that moment when they decided actually we're going to go for this, and then obviously it's going to include that 10% off code, but there's no mention of it at the top. If I was to break down this email and put it into one word, it would be us versus them, right? So why this brand is completely different from what you're going to find on the market, and why you should go for them. Like I said, like an us versus them, and it's basically showing kids safe furniture, it's safe, but also it fits your style, which is quite what the brand's based around. But what you can see here is very similar bullets. You've got the offer, you've got this, and it looks very simple. You've got a bit of social proof at the bottom here. It looks very simple, but this is enough to convert. Obviously, if people are signing up for your sign up form, then they come in through here. They're already showing quite a lot of intent, so it's just about really solidifying your brand identity and at the same time giving the offer clearly without friction. Offering a free styling consultation removes like the biggest anxiety of buying furniture, which is pretty much making the wrong choice, having to return it. That's like one of the biggest blockers. So being able to have this out here just above a CTA, if they're reading that, it's going to convert well. When it comes to revenue, these 3 first emails are going to convert the highest, because they're the most intent, getting the offer as quickly as possible. This is day 3, this 3rd one. But after day 4 and day 5, they're still going to get sales, but nowhere near 1, 2 or 3 when it comes to actually bringing in placed orders. So for the last 2 emails is pretty much just reminders of why you signed up in the first place, the offer that's still there, what makes them different. You can see here it's just pretty much reminding them of the offer, different benefits about the shipping, customer service is another great thing, because buying furniture is a big commitment in pricing, and also if they're going to use it or not, if they like it or not. And also to stack testimonials on this is going to help a lot as well when it comes to them making a buying decision. Final email, exact same thing, buying more off of the identity of the brand and more into the identity of the person, and saying like you deserve better, don't settle for less, you can go for better furniture, better style, whilst having safe things, safe different types of furniture for children if they're in the house. So you can see us versus them sort of style thing, what this brand does, what it has which other brands don't have, along with testimonials, right? These are the design emails at the bottom. This is more dynamic, and this is in Klaviyo already, which is why they're not on the other ones, but this is, you can see from here, this is what it looks like in the recipient's inbox. Each one of these clickable, you can see all the information, social links as well, they will work dynamically. And then at the end here, just be a plain text email just saying, hi, here's a message from the founder. We noticed you haven't bought anything yet, you've still got this final chance, ends at midnight, get 10% off. You can add a pricing anchor, something like, usually when people use this 10% off code, they get, I guess in this furniture brand case, it'll be like $100 off. But yeah, you can go with pounds, you can maybe test different ones and see what they're like. But from this full setup, you can see very simple, 5 emails. This added 7.5k in the first 2-ish weeks, nearly 3 weeks. Similar structure for the abandoned cart flow. This is this one, and yeah, this added 3k as well. So from these 2 flows alone, it's around 11k added. So if you're interested, in the link below, I basically add a file where you can copy this full thing out. Some of the slices are already made, some of them you have to do yourself if you want to implement this into your account, obviously change all your designing, etc. But yeah, if you're interested, this is going to be linked below, and